why I think Elon Musk is the false prophet, the second beast of Revelation chapter 13. So I'm going to start off by reading the Bible verses of Revelation chapter 13 that talk about two beasts. One rises from the sea and another from the earth. And I'm going to be speaking about why I believe Elon Musk could be the false prophet, the second beast with two horns like a lamb that rises from the earth. Revelation 13, 11, 18, King James Version. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth, and them which dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by his sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which is 666. So, why do I believe that Elon Musk is the second beast? Because it says that he has two horns like a lamb and he speaks as a dragon. So he will appear soft as a lamb, but he's a dragon. Elon Musk, as I will show you in a minute, wore the goat with two horns like a lamb on his chest, on his costume, which is a goat with two horns with an upside down cross on the forehead, and it looks like there's black flames around the goat's head, the beast being thrown in the lake of fire. Elon Musk wore it on his chest. That's the first thing that I think, that makes me think that he's the false prophet of Revelation. The second is, he gives breath to this image. Actually, the second thing is, he does great wonders and he makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. He makes fire come down from the sky on the earth in the sight of men. Elon Musk has this SpaceX rocket program, and he can now bring the rockets down from the sky and land them down. And when he does that, you can see fire coming down from the sky from heaven. And he does it in the sight of men, and he did it in the sight of the first beast, Donald Trump, as Donald Trump watched his rockets come down burning with fire, as you will see in a minute. The third thing is, he had power to give life to this image, the image of the first beast, the Antichrist, and he makes the image speak. Elon Musk is pushing this artificial intelligence and robotics. He's giving life to these walking, talking images. All he would have to do is make an image of the first beast, the Antichrist, cause it to speak and walk around and tell the whole earth to worship it. So, through artificial intelligence and robotics, he's giving life to these images. So, there's three things there that make me think that Elon Musk could be the false prophet of Revelation 13. The fourth thing is, he causes everybody to receive a mark inside their hand or inside their heads. It's an implant, brain-computer interface, implantable chips in the brain or the hand. He has this chip implant that goes in the brain called Neuralink. which could be the mark inside the forehead and a chip inside the right hand. Now remember, the Antichrist doesn't enforce the mark. The second beast, the false prophet, does. I think it's Elon Musk with his artificial intelligence, his implantable technology and his robotics that's bringing this about. So that is many reasons why I believe that Elon could in fact be the second beast of Revelation 13, the false prophet. So we're told there in the Bible several things that the false prophet does. People automatically think it's going to be a religious system or a religious leader. It doesn't say that. A false prophet could be someone talking false things, saying they've achieved something that they haven't. Elon Musk is saying that he's going to Mars.
We're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Bam! Yeah!
Now my question is, prove there is a Mars. He's claiming his rockets are going into space. No one can go through the firmament. His rockets do not go through it. There's videos of his rockets exploding in the firmament.
See how fast it goes? Just like, let's go, oh man. It's red, it's red. Let's go. No way.
Where's it going back to land here?
They don't go through it. So he's not been to space. He's not going to space. So the false prophet, he makes fire come down from heaven, from the sky in the sight of men. Has Elon Musk done this? Yes. He's the only person that makes fire come down from the sky on the whole earth with his SpaceX rocket program. We're not talking about rockets going up. Okay? We're talking about him bringing his rocket down. He makes fire come down from the sky. He now brings his rockets down and lands them.
And he performed great and miraculous signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of men.
Okay, so there's the first thing that Elon Musk has fulfilled. He makes fire come down from the sky in the sight of men. He also makes fire come down from the sky in the sight of the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Donald Trump watched his rockets coming down burning with fire. Okay, as I will show you in a minute, he even speaks about it. The first beast has watched the fire come down from the sky. Men have watched the fire come down from the sky. With all signs and lying wonders, he's deceiving the earth. So there's the first thing, the fire. He's fulfilled that. The second thing, what was the second thing? He has two horns like a lamb. He wore this on his chest. The second beast that comes out of the earth has two horns like a lamb and it speaks as a dragon.
The richest man in the world who wants to put chips in your brain and connect you to AI wearing the Baphomet, proving he's Luciferian, folks. Billionaire Luciferian. Yeah, that's the Baphomet. It represents Satan, the goat. Are you gonna let him put a chip in your brain? I hope not. You don't want to be part of the beast singularity. God bless.
Now we're going to get into why this is coming out of the land. The land is that land of the Middle East around Israel. And he's been over Saudi Arabia with the Saudis discussing artificial intelligence, implantable technology, robotics. So he goes to Saudi Arabia discussing this. Remember, he has 2 horns like a lamb. So does the Islamic moon crest. They are Baal worshippers. Okay? Will Elon Musk rise from Saudi Arabia, the earth? Okay? And whoever doesn't worship this speaking image that he's making through AI, whoever doesn't worship it is going to be beheaded. Who carries out beheadings on the earth today? Saudi Arabia does. And Elon Musk is addressing the Saudis in Saudi Arabia. So has Donald Trump. They have all been there to Saudi Arabia. Where will the beheaded Christians be carried out? Most likely Saudi Arabia, when they're handed over to kings, okay, for refusing to worship the image of the beast that they caused to speak. So there's that, okay? So you've got him making fire coming down from the sky in the sight of men and in the sight of the first beast. You've got the 2 horns like a lamb represented as Elon Musk, and also going to Saudi Arabia. And he wore it on his chest. And he also causes the world to take a mark inside the forehead or inside the right hand. He has Neuralink, brain-computer interface. He's implanting a chip in people's foreheads. And he's implanted, I believe, 9 people now. He wants to do thousands this year. I think he said 1,000 people to be chipped this year. Here's the article. 1,000 people to be chipped by Elon Musk. It says it in the article. Okay? In this article, it says 1,000 people to be chipped. Elon Musk is very open about merging man with machine. The AI, the implantable technology, his SpaceX program, all of it is fulfilling the roles of the false prophet, the second beast of Revelation chapter 13. I think Elon Musk is the false prophet. Rather than a false religious leader, I think it's a false scientist. I think the false prophet's going to be a false scientist. We're going to Mars. He's talking about space. He wants to find out what's going on in the universe. The false prophet's not a religious leader. He is a scientist, I believe. So now I want you to watch this video. Donald Trump, who I believe is the first beast, whose deadly wound is healed. I believe he's the Antichrist, the beast, the lion that rises from the sea. He rises from the sea, America. Okay? Listen to what he says and remember what I told you. The false prophet makes fire come down from the sky in the sight of the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon. Now he's an amazing guy. We were sitting together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came down, and you saw that fire burning. And I'm saying, only Elon can do this. It must be an Elon. And I tell the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here. And a very important guy, one of the most important people in, I would say, the country, actually. But, you know, I was president, and now it looks like I was going to be maybe president again, so I figured I could ask him to hold. So I asked him to hold. And especially because you're going to be president again, they hold. So I took the phone down, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing this crazy thing that's going around and coming down. It looks like it's going to crash into the gantry. And I said, oh, no. And I said, do me a favor, do you mind holding for a couple of minutes? I want to see this. I thought it was a space age movie or something. I put the phone down. Bad part, I didn't pick it up for 45 minutes, and he was holding. But this spaceship came down, and I saw those engines firing, and it looked like it was over. It was going to smash, and then I saw the fire pour out from the left side, and it put it straight, and it came down so gently, and then it wrapped those arms around it, and it held it, and just like you hold your baby at night, your little baby. And it was a beautiful thing to see, and I called Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He said, yes, it was. I said, who else can do that? Can Russia do it? No. Can China do it? No. Can the United States do it other than you? No. Nobody can do that. I said, that's why I love you, Elon. That's great.
To get here.
Oh, we can see it coming down through the plume.
Coming in hot for booster touch. We're going to ignite 13 of those Raptor engines, and this view is incredible right now. You can see how fast this vehicle is moving on the left-hand screen. Landing burn, 13 ignited. We're now down to 3 Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now.
They're all deceived. The whole world is deceived. Exactly like it says in the Bible, with signs and lying wonders, and with fire coming down from the sky in the sight of men and in the sight of the first beast. No one else has done that ever. No one else is doing that. Which makes Elon Musk the false prophet, the second beast of Revelation 13. And it makes Donald Trump the first beast of Revelation 13, the Antichrist. People always mock Donald Trump. He's orange, his hair's long, blonde. He looks like a lion because he's the beast. He has the mouth like a lion. He rises from the sea, America. The second beast is going to rise from the earth. Elon, probably from Saudi Arabia, where all the beheadings are going to be carried out when you don't worship this speaking image that he gives life to. He's going to make this image, and he's going to speak. And whoever doesn't worship it is going to be killed by the sword. As I've shown you throughout this video, if you still do not understand and can't see, then I'm sorry, you're ignorant. You've got this spiritual blindfold over your eyes. You can't see that it's a possibility that Donald Trump and Elon Musk could be the two beasts of Revelation 13. Okay? As I've just shown you, Trump has watched the fire come down from the sky. Okay? So is all the people on the earth. And they're in awe over it. He's going to be putting chips in people's heads. Read Revelation about the second beast that comes out of the earth. And he starts enforcing a mark in people's heads. is his brain-computer interface chips and the chip in the hand there. You've got a pulse there. Feel your right hand, feel there, and you'll feel a beating pulse. That's where they want to put the chip, and in there. Okay? These are just some of the reasons why I believe that Elon Musk is the false prophet of Revelation 13. I will be covering a video on why I believe that Donald Trump is the first beast from the sea with the mouth like a lion. That will probably be the next video that will come tomorrow. And I will lay out scripture and why I think that he is the first beast and how he is fulfilling the biblical roles of the Antichrist, the beast from the sea. The gospel of your salvation is written in 1 Corinthians 15, 3-4. For I delivered unto you first of all that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures, and that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day according to the scriptures. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Resist the beast. God bless.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
And he performed great and miraculous signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of men.
The key to Middle East peace, I made Middle East peace. For 3,000 years, they couldn't do it. I did it. And I did it with some very good partners in Israel. Prophets to say the world will come to an end in the Middle East. You know that, right? And we have weapons today that are so scary. When you look, I rebuilt them all. You know, there are great philosophers that said the world will end in the Middle East. We're not going to let that happen. You've heard that expression.
Yeah.
They said the world will end someday in the Middle East. We're not going to let that happen. In 8 years, and we're going to have a lot of good 6 months left. We're going to have a 6 and another 6 and another 6, so we'll keep going. And we're going to really do something.